Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just doing an update here on Humanigen. This one's looking pretty interesting here. As you can see what it's done here over the last week, just traded kind of flat. Let's look at it over the last 3 months. And so it's just kind of typical pharmaceutical up and down all over the place. But you can see how it's traded kind of flat here in the last month, and then just boom, last Friday and today. And so I heard about this one and started wondering about it. I was like, oh, what's going on with that one today? And I don't have any of this one, but if you do, put it in the comments. That would be interesting to know. And if you sold it today, that would be interesting to know if you bought it last week and sold it today. But this is Humanigen, ticker HGEN, and as you can see, this is on Robinhood, so you can buy it here on Robinhood. It's on the NASDAQ, it's on the major exchanges, but up 67% here today. This is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. Again, be careful with these. I just did another biopharmaceutical, and these can be up and down, so watch for that one in the comments as well, or the library as well. So back to Humanigen. This engages in the development of cell and gene therapies for the treatment of cancers through the novel human granulocyte macrophage colony stimulating factor neutralization and gene knockout platforms. The company was founded by HGEN Humanigen in 2000, headquartered in Boeing, California. Founded in 2000 and a $1.3 billion market cap. And I'm sure that's doubled, almost doubled probably today. So the high today of 29.20. Low of 1953, 52-week low of 340, and a 52-week high of 33.95. And so I was just researching this one, kind of seeing what's going on with it, but they reported positive phase 3 top-line results demonstrating that lenezumab improves survival without need for mechanical ventilation in hospitalized patients with the Rhinoceros Rex here. And as you can see, 66%. So, and this is just today, first thing this morning. Improve the relative likelihood of survival without need for invasive mechanical ventilation by 54%, achieving the primary endpoint of the phase 3 study. So this could be a huge catalyst for this one, as well as these patients that have this as well. Clinical improvement was observed over and above other treatments, including steroids and or remdesivir. I think that's how you say it, and we'll move on. It's not about my pronunciation, it's about you finding out about these stocks. So Humanigen is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on preventing and treating an immune hyper response called cytokine storm, which is a lead drug candidate. We'll just call that LENS. Today announced positive top-line results from its phase 3 clinical trial evaluating the efficacy and safety of LENS in patients hospitalized with the 19. Trial results showed that patients who received LENS and other treatments, including steroids and remdesivir, had a 54% greater relative likelihood of survival without the need for IMV compared with patients receiving placebo and other treatments. These results are statistically significant. The results of our phase 3 clinical trial with LENS treatment were associated with better outcomes in hospitalized hypoxic 19 patients who had not yet progressed to the point of requiring IMV. said the CEO of Humanigen. Additionally, the trial incorporated a diverse population with various comorbidities, most commonly a body mass index above 30, which is representative of a real-world high-risk population. Our next step is to submit an application for emergency use authorization to the FDA as soon as possible. We are also sharing these results with the U.S. governmental agencies and other authorities worldwide. And Mayo Clinic is pleased to have been part of the investigation of LENS from the earliest days of the development program in the 19 and are excited by these data. If LENS is authorized for emergency use by the FDA and based on clinical trial experience to date, it may be considered a part of our treatment for newly hospitalized patients with 19. And it's a very cool company, a very cool drug that they've been in trials here in the phase 3. So ventilator-free survival is a validated and reliable measure used in studies to evaluate respiratory distress. So very cool technology and pharmaceutical here. Again, be careful with these. This one could, feel free to pause as I scroll through the rest here. But be careful with these. I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but some of these biopharm drugs can drop as fast as they go up. So the only thing that I can tell you to do is set your stops, and I'm sure there's people taking profits. As you can see, it's coming down a little bit if they haven't taken major profits already. So phase 3 study, the study of randomized double-blind placebo-controlled multi-center phase 3 trial for the treatment and prevention of serious and potentially fatal outcomes in patients who were hospitalized with CV-19 pneumonia. The primary objective was to assess whether the LENS, in addition to the other treatments, which included dexamethasone or other steroids and other remdesivir, could alleviate the immune-medicated cytokine release syndrome and improve ventilator-free survival. So this could be a huge thing for ventilator-free survival. My aunt had 19 last fall, and she was on oxygen for, I'm not for sure, a month, I would say, just to get extra oxygen, O2. Feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. Again, this is on Yahoo Finance. So again, Humanigen is developing its portfolio of clinical and preclinical therapies for the treatment of cancers and infectious disease via its novel cutting-edge GM-CSV neutralization and gene knockout platforms. Humanigen's immediate focus is to prevent or minimize cytokine release syndrome that precedes severe lung dysfunction in hospitalization and hypoxic patients with 19 pneumonia. So very huge catalyst for this one. This could be, like I said, just something huge for this one, and I would definitely put this one on your watch list. Humanigen says drug improves ventilator-free survival in 19 patients, and this is just today at 7:57, so a couple hours ago. But again, kind of some of the same information that we went over in regards to the Humanigen's LENS. Feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself, or else you can find it on Yahoo Finance. Short term, so that's kind of how I look at it, as a short term 19 play with phase 3 data released by the end of March and 5 to 10x possible. which is true, but again, these could drop as fast as they go up, so about all I can tell you to do is put a stop on them if you are getting into these. I don't know if I will touch this one or not, but definitely one to watch. So a lot of the biopharmaceuticals can be a lot of fun, but when you lose, you won't be thinking they're so much fun. But analyst updating, new patient right now. And so the volume's up on it as well. So, but like I said, if you have this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments and what your thoughts are on this one. And if you're getting into this one or not, but here's kind of what it's done today, and you can see it's kind of losing some of the hype here, I would call already, unless it was people taking profits. So, which is always the case. You can see the volume pumping in here. Buy the sells, the buys, and people selling. So, and then it looks like selling on the way down, but had a huge run up here this morning, but I missed this one, so but that's alright. If you have any more information on this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments. And it looks like maybe Pfizer's running up in regards to this one as well. So this is one of my favorite. Well, it doesn't do much, but it gives a decent dividend, and you don't have the ups and downs, but you have a stock that's, I would consider it pretty safe. It just doesn't move, but a lot of people don't like it, but I've had it for couple years, and we'll just continue to hold it. It's a huge pharmaceutical as well, but a little bit safer play than some of these like Humanigen and others. But that's all that I have for this one. If like I said, if you have this one, go ahead and leave it in the comments. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would really help out the channel as well. Again, this is J Money, following Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.